What's good, my lovely peeps? Welcome to another episode of X2 Skips, the weekly patch notes, episode 113. Once again, as you always know, it's your boy, Tums. It's your man, actually. Shit, it's your man, Tums. What's up? And with me, I got Maxwell. What's good, fam?
Yo, I started off tired, but I'm actually relatively awake now.
That's good. Because it's the 4th of July. You and I were... Sorry. But away. And with us, we also have Kid Kojo. Man Kojo. How you, bro?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, excited for this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Silverstone, UK, Grand Prix, Formula One. It's a quadruple header. Excited. Keen to see what goes down. And yeah, as you guys already know, we always bring you guys the gaming tidbits and everything that has been going on in the past week in the gaming world, content creator world, and the esports world. And yeah, but before we get into it, we're just gonna hash out some admin and announcements if anyone has. Do y'all have anything?
Nah, I'm good on my side.
All right, bet. Go Jeezy.
No admin.
Right, my not admin to say, but announcements. Yeah, guys, the flipping whatchamacallit, Epic 7 has come up with a new patch. This patch is huge. If any of you are not into Epic 7, don't worry about it. For those of you who have been curious, now's the right time. If you ever needed a sign more than ever to get Epic 7 on your mobile or on your PC, if you've got BlueStacks, the emulator, now's the time. There's just so many things that they're now bringing out. It feels like Christmas, bro. And it makes sense because it's July 4th. Christmas in July. Well, at the time of recording this, it's actually July 3rd. But anyways, yeah. But anyways, once you guys hear about it, the event will still be going on. I think the event will be going on for about 2 weeks, but the main event will be taking place on the 10th of July, to which you guys will have a chance until the 17th of July to claim all your rewards. It's very fun. There's new mini games that they've also introduced and the new characters. Give me a sec. Okay, so yes, until the 17th of July, you guys can be expecting some great pulls with regards to some changes to the Galaxy shop. For the next 28 days as of this recording, you will be having Specimen Says Zio as well as Dragon Bride Senya available in the Galaxy shop. In the Covenant shop, you'll be able to get Fumir, Celia, as well as Mort. And lastly, as you guys already may have known if you're still playing now, in the Mystic shop, you can get Abyssal Euphine, Desert Jewel Bazaar, Pirate Captain Flan, Arbiter Vildred, and Last Piece Karen. So yeah, big ups to that. And the event is actually flipping fun. Definitely give it a try. But that is pretty much it. And without further ado, we move on to the gaming news, starting with Max. What's been happening, bro?
Yo, so quite an active week this week, which has been different of lately, especially this year, where random tidbits pop up here and there, but never really a lot in one go. So to start off, we are talking about Nintendo.
Oh wow, okay.
Can anyone guess what's happened with Nintendo?
No? Did they have like a price reduction or what one?
Oh, we wish. They are getting sued.
What? Why?
By the Brazilian government.
I'm confused. Okay.
Oh, I heard about this one.
Yes.
Fill us in, bro.
So basically, the Brazilian government is suing Nintendo because how can I describe this? Let's just say that Nintendo with the Switch 2, they have the ability to remotely brick your Switch 2. And I had touched upon this feature a little while ago when I was complaining about stuff the Nintendo Switch can do, which I thought was unethical, because I felt like once you buy the Switch, it's yours to do whatever you want. But Nintendo is in the belief that if you're not using our property or our device the way we want you to use our device, then we brick you. For example, there was a content creator, a YouTuber, I forgot what exactly he did on his Nintendo, where he was doing an experiment with his Nintendo, and then Nintendo bricked his Switch 2, and he was like, yeah, they bricked his Switch 2 within 24 hours of him doing this thing. I don't know.
I remember that.
I can't remember what he did, but then
I think you said he
basically it
was
was just
trying
like
to emulate.
okay, so it was emulation. I thought it was emulation, but I was like, what the hell would he be trying to emulate when the thing is just so new? But I guess he's trying to hack it to play past things. Anyway,
Yes.
basically he just got bricked. He said he didn't really mind because it was just an experiment, and he has his personal Switch, which he won't try any of those type of things. But this has come to the Brazilian government's attention, and they are not a fan of Nintendo being able to remotely break things. And I personally hope the Brazilian government are successful with this thing, because I recently saw somebody tweeting talking about, where they were like, look, as much as Nintendo has issues with its own list of issues, they're very good when it comes to not doing layoffs, when it comes to supporting their games, when it comes to controlling their budget. And I was like, yeah, Nintendo's good at the development side of gaming. Probably the best at the development side of gaming. They have very few faults, but I would argue they are the worst at the consumer side. Worse than Sony, worse than Microsoft, worse than Epic Games, worse than Steam. I don't think there's anybody else who's as bad as Nintendo when it comes to the consumer side. It comes to being as anti-consumer as Nintendo. Yet,
Ubisoft.
obviously, you're going to have bootlickers who are just going to praise them to high heaven. But that's a whole other issue. So yeah, Nintendo are getting sued by the Brazilian government. Hopefully, the Brazilian government is successful. And sticking with Nintendo, I don't know if you guys heard the news about the Switch 2 hitting 5 million units sold.
No, probably like more.
No, well, apparently there was an announcement or a leak that Nintendo Switch 2 had sold 5 million units, and that was like apparently the quickest any console had ever reached 5 million devices sold since from the release. But Nintendo soon came out and said, no, please ignore that. It's not accurate. What you saw was us experimenting with our website, and that information just happened to leak. It was a random number. It doesn't mean anything, so just ignore it. And this has had people speculating that, oh, maybe then they're very close to that number. Or other people saying, oh, maybe then they are nowhere near it. I would assume it would have to be them being near it, because maybe they're practicing an announcement or something, like they were testing something out. So when they do hit that milestone, they release an announcement or something, and then that shit got leaked. That's the only thing I can guess. But no harm, no foul, I guess. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Then, segueing into another company, we get into Microsoft. Now, I'm typically not. I've been on record to say I don't really care about layoffs and stuff like that. In general, I don't, because they always happen. It's something that is part of a gaming industry. Hate me if you will, but that's just how I feel about it. However, in this instance, I'll be mentioning the 9,000 people layoff that is going on at Microsoft, because it is affecting games. It's not just a matter of people losing their jobs, where everybody's always losing their jobs. They've been studio shutdowns from this, studio restructuring from this, and then project cancellations there and there. To give people an idea of how massive the layoffs is, somebody online made the comparison that with Microsoft laying off 9,000 people, Nintendo's operation, Nintendo company itself, supposedly that has less than 8,000 people in it. I'll have to fact check that, but if that is true, that just shows you the scale of these two companies, how big Microsoft is and why Microsoft is $1 trillion company. But at the same time, you also have to contextualize that Microsoft's not just into gaming, they're into PC, hardware, blah, 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 blah. Well, not hardware. No, they are in hardware, but predominantly software. But yeah, that's that for the layoffs. I believe, Tommy, you had some stuff you wanted to add about the layoffs.
Hell yeah, it's a very sad thing. But before I start, Nintendo, as of March last year, has 7,000 employees globally. That's wild.
Nah.
That's insane. Anyways, yeah, so So the thing about these layoffs and why I'm sad, especially because it's Microsoft, is because amid the layoffs, not sure if you guys would know Greg Mayles, I don't know, but he's the director of Sea of Thieves, and he's leaving, due to this whole Xbox layoff decision, and it saddens me because, for years now we've been seeing a steadily decline in Sea of Thieves' content. I think there was one big content release that they did last year, which a lot of people started coming back to the game. It's like, oh guys, this is going to change forever. But they released features and adventures that only took you like 2 weeks to finish if you really were dedicated, right? And that already was starting to be like, okay, you guys made it such a big thing, and then now it's just blah. And then ever since then, it's just been getting worse and worse. There's been server errors. And a lot of people were liking the server errors towards there not being enough staff members to keep servers running overtime, right? To a point where there were just too many maintenance updates, servers literally having to be reset every now and then. Like while you're in game, you could be in the middle of defeating a boss, and then all of a sudden the game just resets because, like a server failed somewhere or whatnot. Another reason why I'm sad is also because ZeniMax Online Studios is affected by this. And for those of you who don't know who ZeniMax Studios is, dude, they made the Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 Online as well. Fallout 76 I don't really play, but Elder Scrolls Online, I stopped playing a while back because, the servers are just terrible in terms of where my region is based. But the game itself, I still would put there as one of my top 5 MMOs ever. Because it's in the Elder Scrolls world, dude. And just to now know that there's not going to be any more future development on it is actually flipping sad. So, yeah. And then Project Blackbird as well. They tried to keep it under wraps, but now it's up in there. Most of you would have known some of their games. Right now, it's just really falling behind, which sucks. There hasn't been updates for most of the games that they've released in a very long time. Then also Warcraft. Not sure if you guys have also noticed, but if you go to the Xbox Game Store, Game Pass, Warcraft is now available. So I think this is one of the because we had Diablo already, which was a Blizzard game. But yeah, it's just interesting now to see Warcraft being on Game Pass. My heart almost stopped because when I saw Warcraft, my eyes were not searching for World of. So when I saw Warcraft, I was like, oh my God, it's finally happened. Only to see it's just Warcraft, not World of Warcraft. So yeah, so Warcraft is now available on Xbox Game Pass, which is great. However, with more of these decisions now happening and because of the acquisition as well, the team has also been reduced. So the team that came from Blizzard has also been reduced, and 100 employees just in Blizzard alone were laid off. The games that will be affected will be Warcraft Rumble, which, to be honest, when the game was announced, I knew it wasn't going to make much money because we've had so many Rumble games that have just come and gone, and Blizzard tried to take their own spin in it. Same shit, bro. Like, I think any form of Rumble game, we're just not really interested as a whole, in terms of people. Another team that's going to be very touched upon is Forza Motorsport. Now, nigga, yeah, terrible phrasing. Another team that is going to be affected. I should have just said that from the start. So yeah, Forza Motorsport, which is very sad. So Turn 10 Studios, who made Forza, Motorsport. Jesus, I got to remember the Italian part of it. They're losing more than 70 people in the layoffs, which is also pretty sad. But I mean, they said that the games won't be heavily affected, which is really great, I guess. And then also some Call of Duty teams as well from Raven Software will also be affected. And that I'm not too stressed about because the amount of content COD releases flipping every single week, I think they actually could just take a break for a bit, to be honest. Halo Studios as well has been seeing a lot of tension. So for those of you who play Halo Infinity or what, not Infinity, Halo Infinite, yeah, just expect yourselves to not see any updates for quite a while until they get their shit right. And then, yeah, so a lot of people have been liking this to pretty much because one insider within Microsoft said that the reason why this is happening is because they have made a breakthrough in AI agents. AI agents which will be able to pretty much do software updates without human intervention. AI agents that will basically be able to QA and look into code and actually fix it without human intervention. And that's sad, guys. It very much is sad. I mean, hell, you all already know there are AI podcasters. You know, what's to say that, okay, no, we won't, because I don't think AI could be as funny as us. But anyways, yeah, that's why I'm sad personally about this, because look, we've had layoffs for many other companies and game studios, but now that it's hitting studios of games that I actually play, I'm pissed. Oh, and then lastly, my other gaming news then is that Hi-Rez Studios is also getting layoffs, and that is going to be affecting Smite and Paladins. So yeah, but a lot of people are starting to say that it might not actually be bad news. Reason being is because some of these games already have pretty much been, you know, in the depths of not being played. Smite 2 was an absolute failure in terms of its player base. So yeah, shit's changing, man. And then yeah, the last one is Respawn. Respawn also is canceling the new Titanfall that they had teased last year, and that is also because there are layoffs that are happening within Respawn. So, and that's me. Kojo?
The Respawn thing happened weeks ago.
I know, but like, you know, yeah, on the topic of layoffs, because I just started playing Titanfall. Great game.
Titanfall 2 slaps.
It slaps, but it's very difficult, dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me because I'm old now. I don't know.
No, it's a difficult game. I'm not gonna lie.
Which one was the one I was playing and I didn't finish? Was that one or two?
Titanfall 2. It was 2.
I'm on one, and the graphics are just but I understand it's old. I joined
It's
late.
old. 2016, man. Come on.
2016,
Yeah.
and the graphics are like this. Nah, it should be always. Come on, I know games in 2016 that had better. Okay, let me not fight. Let me just enjoy the game. It's fine.
But anyway, yeah, just one thing. Oh, a couple of things. One, Max, are you done with your Microsoft stuff?
I'm done with Microsoft, but I'm not done with my news. This nigga just decided to cut me off.
Show me my bad.
I give him an inch. I give him an inch and he takes a mile.
Because I was going to say you didn't mention any of the studios.
I didn't think it was
I'm not gonna mention the studios because I'm not really. There's so many studios affected. I'm just like, you know, some people will care about some, others will care about others. So let me not get bogged down. Let me just let y'all know that studios have been affected, and then let y'all do the work to figure out if your preferred studio has been affected.
I'm still
so sad. You're going to talk about the games, though.
Well, I did want to mention one thing, but then I started thinking about it as Tommy was talking. I was just like, nah, you know what? It's fine. I won't talk about it.
Okay, anyway, yeah, continue with your rest of your news.
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, the last thing I wanted to mention is about Stop Killing Games. Kojo,
yes,
introduced it and explained it last week. And so I don't really need to go into details for it, but for people who missed it, basically Accursed Farms, a YouTuber, created a petition online asking people to sign it so that the EU government can look into it. And the petition needs 1 million signatures from EU and UK based individuals with regards to that. And the basic idea of the petition is that, ooh, shit, I missed my segue. Damn it. I blame you, Tommy.
Oh, wow.
But
Nigga,
the segue to...
okay.
Nah, so basically the petition is all about when online games pop up and they get sunset or put to rest, this person doesn't want the support for those online games to disappear, or not necessarily the support, but the game itself to just get blissed out of existence, that you can't play them anymore, even if they're not being supported. So my segue to this was going to be, Kojo, guess what game is riding off to the sunset?
Do I play this game?
No, you don't. But it's a funny game.
Fall Guys.
Funny. Yo.
It's an EA game.
EA game, that's funny.
It's not Knockout whatever city, because I failed.
It's a failure of a game, which surprisingly they continue to support. And not funny, ha, but funny, like, that's pretty pathetic.
Oh. EA.
Dog.
Give me more hints, nigga. Damn.
I'm also lost.
I'm trying to think of whatever hints to give, because basically any other hints would just give it away.
Sims?
Nah, that's the thing. If I tell you the studio, you immediately know. Think EA publisher, flop of a game, shocking online, always online or online service type of game. Amazing that they continued supporting it. Probably nobody plays it.
Is it that Rocket game?
Oh no, it was hella famous when it was announced.
What the fuck game is this? It's not Anthem.
Anthem. It is.
Is it Anthem?
Yep. It is being retired next year, January.
I'm amazed.
I was gonna use that.
Yes.
Huh?
I'm saying the servers were still up. I forgot.
Yeah, shockingly. That's why. So they're shutting down the servers, and I was going to use that as a segue to the EU petition. So last I checked, the petition was sitting at 800,000 signatures, having been boosted by PewDiePie, Asmongold, Jacksepticeye, and Elon Musk. Surprisingly, Musk was involved. And so before we started recording, I made sure to check again, and it has surpassed 1 million signatures. Where it's and a curse farmer said he's going to make a update video about it, but he would encourage people to continue signing it to just make sure that they are over the required amount, because somehow, somewhere, there might be fake signatures in there, because you're supposed to be able to verify that you do live in the EU. And the whole point of the 1 million is that it does go to the EU government and they take it seriously. So just in case there are fake signatures somewhere in there, he's encouraging people to continue signing the petition. And if this comes into effect, it could affect other areas and places. I don't know what, I don't do online really. So this won't affect me, but maybe for you guys, there's a game out there that you enjoy playing that you're like, yes, maybe this game can survive the apocalypse when it eventually stops getting supported.
Must have been a lot of like money wasted by keeping it up.
Yeah, it probably would be. That's why they shut it down, because it's just it doesn't suit them anymore. But I also understand as a gamer why you would want it to stay up. I don't really care about the emotive part of, oh, I still want to play with my friends and whatnot. I look at it more as, you've purchased something. You should own that thing. No third party should be able to say, okay, you can't use this thing anymore. Hence why I'm not a fan of Nintendo bricking consoles, because now you've purchased it with your hard-earned money. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do with it. If you want to break it, If you want to praise it up heaven, do whatever the hell you want to do with it, because ownership has switched. It's your property now. But with online things, it's not necessarily yours anymore, which ties into the whole thing. People are needing to get comfortable with not owning games. As much as we buckle at such announcements, the reality is we are moving in that direction, and no safeguards are being put in the way to protect us from that. We're kicking and screaming towards the things we don't want, and then when they eventually do happen, we're just going to grumble into compliance. And the thing about pushing unpopular things onto individuals is that there's a new generation who gets involved in the stuff, who have no idea of what was there previously, who only know what they're being given, so they're not going to fight it, and they're just going to accept it. And the older generation who were aware of it either are going to die off or move on. So that's the smart thing about businesses. When businesses are pushing for unpopular stuff, even politics, when people are pushing for unpopular things, the older generation who knew better are going to die off or move on. The younger generation who have no experience with better are just going to accept whatever they're given because they don't know better. And that's how it's going to be. But I guess I'll rant about the thing which I didn't want to mention, but it was basically on Twitter, there's a kerfuffle going about where people, with the announcement of Microsoft's layoff, the Perfect Dark Studios and the game itself have been affected, where people have now been talking about how, you remember that Perfect Dark gameplay trailer last year when we hadn't had nothing of Perfect Dark, and finally a gameplay trailer came out. Well, people are now going on about how, it was fake, it wasn't really anything, it was just a build to show what they actually want. And I'm like, why is this making news headline? Like, are people that fucking dumb that years down the road people still just believe whatever they see? Like, I didn't know it was a fake trailer, but hearing it, I'm not fucking surprised. How many fucking games have we had where they haven't shown us what the game is really going to play like, look like, feel like? We had Cyberpunk, we had Anthem, we had BioShock Infinite when it first came out. There's so many games where we just see a build of what they're hoping to achieve. So people getting lost on this Perfect Dark Zero thing pisses me off, because I'm like, how fucking stupid are you? Like, this is a non-story. It's not a story. Okay, they had a fake trailer. So fucking what? So many other games have done it before. So many other games are doing it right now. So many other games will do it in the future. Shut the fuck up. Stop acting like this is a scandal. It's not.
Preach.
It's normal. Hell, even that game, there was way back Killzone. When the PlayStation 3 was announced, there was that whole Killzone trailer where people got hyped up about how good Killzone looked like. And then when Killzone came out, it looked nothing like that. The game itself was still good, but it was nothing like what they were promising or showing. So it goes that far back to the PS3, and it most likely happened in the PS2 and PS1 era as well. So people, shut the fuck up. If you're complaining about that, maybe you need to go back to your gaming history. Oh, and I suppose I can mention one more thing in tying to the Xbox layoffs. This is not that important, but Kojo, your boy, and I call him your boy because you know his name pretty well, the maker of Avowed and co-director, co-developer of Fallout New Vegas. Was it Fallout 2?
What did he do? I don't think I know his name.
Chris Avalon.
Oh, him. Chris.
Avalon.
Man, I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah. So he dropped a tweet cussing out some Xbox shills. You know which shill specifically? One shill somehow survived from being name dropped in this cuss out, but other people were quick to drag his name into it, and he's been going through the ringer. because the Xbox shills have been going through the ringer with this Microsoft layer, because they always say positive things. But can you guess the two shills he name dropped in his tweet, and he was cussing these people out, saying that they're a blight in the gaming community, specifically the Xbox community?
Me, I try to stay away from shills of any kind I'm not on Twitter like that, but I don't know. Destin?
No, he was the one who surprisingly was not named, but other people dragged Destin, because even Destin tried, like, apparently Destin put up some live video on YouTube saying Xbox is in great hands before the announcement was made, and then the layoff announcement was made, and then it was revealed how many studios are getting affected, and he deleted his video. What a dumbass.
Other Xbox, I'm not sure about Xbox shill. He's the only, I wouldn't even really call him a shill, but he's the only one shill adjacent I know.
He is a shill. But there is somebody who's a bigger shill than Destin, but Destin is a shill. You heard of Jez Corden?
Oh yes, Jez. Yeah, Jez. Yeah.
Yeah, that shill. And the sad thing is, he's a journalist shill. Then the other shill is just a random YouTube profile. He's not a journalist or anything relevant. He's just, one of those ride or die. I'm gonna pick a company and I'm just going to be putting out the news and kissing this company's ass. Some profile called Clobrile or Clobrile, or I don't know how the fuck you pronounce his name, but his profile display picture is basically Conker's Bad Fur Day. So these two name dropped, where Chris Avalon was giving his condolences to co-workers and studios of how it's a shame this has happened, but then in the same thing he mentions those two, saying how that blight, basically because they just try to diminish any negative things that happened with Xbox and try to make it seem like everything is perfect, and it's like they are just a blight on society. Then Jez Corden tries to go on a tip of, hey man, I don't know what this guy's on about. I've never even played Avowed or said anything about Avowed. And then Chris Avalon drops a Windows Central link of Jez Corden's review of Avowed, and it's like, you're a clown's clown. I'm just like, oh man, I love that. Because it just goes to show that these people are just full of shit.
You see, I don't know why people lie like that.
Right? Right? But hey man, in this Trump era where you've got your own president who is blatantly lying, says one thing and 5 minutes later says another. Even Destin in his video, in the same video, said one thing and 10 minutes, no lies, in the same video, 10 minutes later, says a whole different thing. People are just full of shit. And it's part of a thing of why it's moving away from journalists being reliable sources and things going over to YouTubers and content creators, because the journalists themselves there's no standard, there's no honors. Like, that's what used to separate, forgive my pronunciation, professionals from amateurs, hobbyists from this is my career and my job, enthusiasts from the latter or the other side, where the people in the career had standards they had to uphold, had quality control, and all of those different things, which made them reliable sources, which made them, they're my go-to, because I know there are checks and balances that goes into this. But with those going out of the window now, it's just like, what are you fulfilling? What's your role? Why do we need you? And I say this in the hopes that things like IGN will fall. I hope. And Kotaku.
In due time.
But yes, that is it from me. That was my TEDx.
Oh yeah, thanks, bro. Kojo, anything from your side, man?
Just one brief thing.
So
the developers, in keeping with cancelled projects, Techland, the developers of Dying Light and Dying Light 2, they have an upcoming game called Dying Light the Beast. They have cancelled 2 of their upcoming projects, Dying Light the Beast not being one of them that I know of. That one is slated to come out later this year. which is later this year being August 2025. So it's canceling 2 projects, and it's been reported that the company lost $37 million in 2024 and $25 million in 2023. Yeah, it's a lot of money to lose. They haven't said anything about layoffs, but the projects being cancelled, I'm assuming layoffs are coming because people were working on those projects. Either they are going to be added to other projects or they're not needed. And, yeah. But yeah, that's it for my news.
Oh, wait. I think the only thing I want to just touch upon, because when it was mentioned about the whole nigga, yeah. But yeah, the thing I just wanted to bring up was with regards to how like Ubisoft and Nintendo and all that controlling your games from remotely, right? It brings me back to what they had mentioned on MSNBC about when music artists as well were also complaining about how they make less money on streaming services and whatnot than actually selling physical albums, right? And now people also now debating the cost of the rise in cost of digital only consoles versus the physical where you can still get like a disc drive. Personally, now with everything that is happening, I'm definitely going to the disc drive path for when I get my console. Like pretty much like how Kojo once mentioned a while back, that it's actually nice to own the physical copy because you can just look at it and be like, yeah, that's mine, because now it's getting to a point where I'm not sure if you guys do know, but Pirate Bay is back.
Oh yeah.
And that's incredible that it is, because the rise of traffic in Pirate Bay since its return is almost to the level of Reddit, which is incredible. As you guys know, Reddit, I mean, shit, there's so many active users on Reddit at the moment. Mm-hmm. Well, always. Mm-hmm. Now with Pirate Bay coming back, Chomi, like, I mean, I torrent shows as well, but only because I don't like this whole thing of, if I want to watch this show, it's on HBO Max, I have to subscribe. If I want to watch that show, it's on Disney Plus, I have to. So, I mean, I'm going to be straight up honest. I torrent shit too. But now that the OG Pirate Bay is back, I'm so flipping happy. So yeah, it's just interesting that now it's really getting to that point of nothing's truly yours, dog. And as much as AI is also increasing, it's not going to be nice. But yeah, anyways, moving on to the gaming corner. What releases have come out, Kojo?
Absolutely nothing.
Nice.
So it's been a dry week. The only thing is this game called Mecha Break, which came out on the 1st of July 2023. It's a mech shooter, third person, multiplayer only game. I believe it's a multiplayer only game. Let me see.
Why?
Yeah, multiplayer third person shooter. So it's multiplayer and it's free to play. However, anytime I hear a game that is free to play, I recoil a bit, because that just means to me the monetization is going to be egregious.
Yeah.
And from the Steam reviews, a few people are saying that. But I'm bringing it up because I woke up and a lot of streamers, big name streamers, have been playing this game. Shroud has been playing this game, sponsored, obviously. Well, not obviously, but like sponsored. A bunch of other people have been playing this game, sponsored. Let me just take a look through to so Shroud, Summit is playing this game. A lot of people. Peach Jaws, for some reason, is playing this game.
Whoa, Peach. Oh, okay.
S-Fan. Like, yeah. Everybody in the castle has been paid to play this game, which is not a bad thing. I mean, hey, man. Get your money and get your game out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Mecha Break. If you're interested in mech games, if you want to live out your Neon Genesis Evangelion fantasy, this is your game for you. So yeah.
To the listeners, respect to y'all who know who Peach Jaws is. For me, I'm shocked, Kojo, that you know who Peach Joss is. To be honest, I'm amazed.
Yeah, dude, I need to stop watching Twitch, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I don't because of what you think, Tommy.
Nah, my nigga is so good, man.
What you're talking about, fuck.
hey, we all good, Joe. Love Jesus. Anyways, wait, thank you, bro. Max, do you have any releases you know of?
Hey, man, this section is not just about releases, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Any gaming corner stuff you got?
Guess what's coming to Xbox?
Nigga, what?
Guess what's coming to Xbox?
I don't know. World of Warcraft?
Helldivers 2, baby!
Really?
I thought it was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. Because it's on PC, so I figured.
It's 26.
Damn. Okay, so it's soon. Okay.
And I'm loving this.
Wait, is it going to be on? Is it going to be on Game Pass?
No. Nah.
It wouldn't make sense for it to be on Game Pass because it's a Sony IP and they need to constantly make their money from it. If it was Microsoft IP, it would definitely be on Game Pass. So I'm liking this because, you know, one, it throws dirt in the face of a lot of Sony ponies of, look at the Xbox, all your games are coming to us. Two, to me, it just makes sense. I've always felt that consoles should have their exclusives, and then online games should be available everywhere. One, your exclusives are drawing people to your platform. Your online games is for you to maximize your revenue, so you're getting money from everywhere. So to me, it just makes sense, and I hope this is the start to a lot more. And then there's also researchers and analysts who are predicting that down the line, console exclusivity might be a thing of the past, or will most likely be a thing of the past, and you'll be able to play whatever game you want on whatever platform, because making games is getting expensive, guys, and people have to hedge their costs and find ways to go around it. The reason Nintendo still gets away with it is because the cost to develop their games is ugly cheap. Nintendo has never been there for quality. Like all of these wow graphics that we love and all of this stuff, it takes big budgets. We've seen the leaks from PlayStation where their games can go up to $200 million to make these games. Their movie budgets. Then you've got Nintendo on the corner there creating games for $25 million. So obviously when their games sell out, they're recouping their money and more. And for Nintendo's like, shit, guys. We put little work into the graphical quality of this thing. And they're eating it up. You know, and that's why Nintendo bowed away from the whole console race after the GameCube, where the GameCube was not the success that they wanted it to be, where they hedged their bets on it being that thing and it wasn't, and they're like, nah, there's surely a better way to do this. And for them, they found it. Let's give minimal input. These suckers are going to spend all their money on us and they'll stick with us. Like, look at Game Freak and Pokemon. Pokemon is fugly. Don't tell me anything else. That game is ugly. But Nintendo can get away with it because the brain dead player base don't care about that shit. And Nintendo's built up largely on casuals, filthy casuals, who don't care about that shit. I mean, if you can play a game on mobile, you don't care about graphics. So, yeah. So I think, give it, my prediction is in 2 generations, console generations, Nintendo will also start looking at porting less popular IPs onto other consoles.
I hope I'm alive by then. Well, you say 2 generations. Yeah, I hope I'm around. God damn.
You be around.
Oh yeah, you
generations.
Nigga,
15 to 18 years.
World War III guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, yeah, Ninja War is crazy.
Yeah, no, because cost of gaming development is only going to continue to increase. That shit is never going to decrease. And then these companies will have to look at ways to hedge their bets. And yeah, there's going to be so many different factors coming in. Nintendo's biggest area comes from Japan. Japan is a shrinking economy. That Nintendo's going to have to look at other ways of expanding their revenue, and that's doing what Sony has done, where investing in the West. And the best way to invest in the West, because the West is a consumer nation, make your things more readily available on more popular platforms or things. Don't be surprised if we get old ass games coming to PlayStation, or I don't think it will ever go to PC, because PC, they can't control what people do. And you know, Nintendo and anti-consumer shit. So it going to PlayStation, it going to Xbox, I could see that happening, especially Xbox, because Xbox, they won't consider it part of a competition. PlayStation, maybe further down the line after Xbox. But yeah, or it will be like a Helldivers MLB, and what's the other PlayStation property that's on the Microsoft? I forget it. It was Helldivers, MLB, and there was one more. Marathon, which will be coming. Yeah, maybe it'll be a similar situation with Nintendo, where it's not a direct IP, or it's not a first party IP, but developed by another company, and then they're like, oh yeah, these assholes can have this. We'll see. But that's my prediction.
All right, so weird. Thanks, man. Gaming corner wise, I don't have anything. I already mentioned the whole Epic 7 thing, which, yeah, I'm gonna be stuck on that for like the next 2 weeks. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Which brings us to the halfway point. Listen, guys, if you're enjoying the show so far, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps us with the algorithm and, you know, all that stuff. Moving on to the next topic section. Content creator news. Kojo, I don't have much because I was gonna raise the whole stop killing games. I guess the only thing I actually have to mention, which you, Max, and myself discussed, was the fallout of the whole Ludwig Mango situation. I didn't read much on it. All I saw was just clips. Well, there's so many videos now that are coming out with like Penguin Zero saying the tragic downfall of Ludwig all of a sudden because of this whole thing that's now happened. There's now a lot of people now coming out. So I mean, if you guys don't remember the previous episode, definitely go give it a listen. But essentially what happened was Mango, C9 esports player, got really drunk at a party, one of Ludwig's parties, and on the stream, which Ludwig should have ended the moment Mango was starting to get drunk and belligerent and like sexually inappropriate, he didn't. He continued streaming, and every time Mango would reach a new level of being drunk, he would announce it to everyone and everyone would cheer, which is really bad. So that's the fallout that everyone is having, is like, how can you just witness an alcoholic doing something wrong, and instead of helping, you continue to stream and make a spectacle of him? And now Ludwig is just like, look, he's spinning every excuse he possibly could. But to some point, I mean, he tried to play the Ludwig card, where he's just like, it definitely was bad of me to do that. I'm not going to do it again. I should really just take some time off streaming and all this and this and this. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, you knew in your right mind at that time, because Ludwig, you're not dumb. You really are not dumb. You knew that it was wrong to do at some point, I'm sure. I don't know if this was a vendetta. Now, this is just me speaking personally. I don't know if it was a vendetta type thing, but I mean, I've always supported Ludwig now and then because he's always had some sort of a right mind and a like right opinion to things. But this definitely was very bad of his character. As a fan of his, which no longer now a fan, because it's in the same way. The whole Just a Minx issue, right? And what's funny is that both QT, Cinderella, and Ludwig have drunk friends. That's crazy, bro. And both of which, well, okay, look, QT didn't do bad. She also could have just, told Minx, like, go home. Like, get an Uber for Just the Minx and tell her to go home instead of making her make a fool of herself at the party, at the streamer awards after party, right? So a lot of people also pointing that out, saying QT and Ludwig, they will use the downfall of others for views. And I can't deny that, because as much as I want to stand up for them, I can't, because guys, you literally could have switched off the stream sooner rather than later.
Wait.
No.
Are there previous examples to reinforce this?
With what? With QT Cinderella and the streamer awards after party?
That they will use other people's downfall to bolster themselves, because
no,
that's
what people are just using. Technically, they're just using those scenarios, which of QT, it was out of her control to do that, because that stream was happening on many people's phones and whatnot.
That's what I'm saying. She wasn't streaming herself, was she?
No, she wasn't.
No, because I'm just looking at past record, because for people to make a claim, there needs to be past instances to support a claim, where if there aren't past instances, then this could genuinely be a mishap. Like, it's the first time you see something, you've never had to deal with something like that, so you're a deer in a headlight where you're just watching a train wreck. Or it could be a thing of it never genuinely occurred to you, like, whoa, let's cut things now, because the ramifications of this are going to be pretty bad after.
Exactly.
More so when you've dealt with stuff like that before, you're able to do the right steps and cut things off where they need to be cut off and whatnot. Because I'm thinking, if I'm a live streamer or I'm live streaming something, I've never done live stream shit before. So if shit is unfurling right before me, unless I start panicking to the point of I don't know what I'm doing anymore, I'm not going to be thinking of, let me cut this off. I'm going to be thinking of, can I save this and redirect it back into a working flow? Yeah.
Because the thing that people were arguing about is that the streamer after party was QT Cinderella's party. She could have just had Just the Minx escorted out and go home, because she was already in a state that she just couldn't be in. Yeah, and you see, it's so
on screen.
Yeah,
I don't know about the QT one.
Do you remember that time with Just the Minx?
Situation very well. I'm just saying, I don't know. I can pin that on her.
No, so that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are on the fence about this, especially with the Ludwig situation, saying no, Mango should have known, because as an alcoholic, I mean, it's not up to Ludwig to sort out Mango's issues of drinking. Then people argue about yeah, but that was Ludwig's stream and that was his party, and Ludwig was openly announcing every time Mango reached a new level of drunk.
You see, that part is bad.
Yes, dude.
That part is really bad.
Bruh. Yeah.
And he tried to explain it like the intention was just to, obviously he's like, in hindsight, it looks pretty bad, and he apologizes for that or something along those lines. But he's like, the intention of the whole let's up those numbers thing was not to, get him more drug. It was just to hype up the crowd or that kind of thing. It wasn't, but that's his, I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying that's what he said.
But that's what I'm saying. When I was watching his explanation, I was just like, man, Ludwig, you smarter than this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, really, this was disappointing on a personal scale.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have.
And
honestly.
I don't want to, me and drama, but you like tea.
I love it, bro.
In what's it called? In retaliation, not into retaliation. So people, like you said, have been calling out Ludwig, especially people like Tectone, calling him out. They're having a back and forth. Asmongold even jumped in a little bit, because a while ago, during the, I think it was Summer Games Fest stream, there was a game that came up. I want to say it was Our Creators, and there was a black female character.
Okay.
And Ludwig was watching, and he was like, I wonder what Asmongold's chat is saying right now. So he went over to Asmongold's chat, and to nobody's surprise, in the chat, everybody's just saying, what is this DEI game? DEI slop, DEI this, DEI that. And he made a joke. Ludwig was like, well, there's a black woman in the game, I'm not playing it. He made a joke like that. And Asmongold, now he was like, so Ludwig wants to take this and make me look bad. He wants to take what my chat said. I didn't say anything, but he wants to take what my chat said to make me look bad. How about him telling his friend to keep drinking? Which one is worse? That kind of thing. So,
oh my god. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's just a bit of dumb drama. But yeah, he and Tectone, Ludwig and Tectone are just going back and forth. I just see this thing. I'm like, this drama should just. The one person who's actually moved on from this drama is actually Mango himself.
Yeah, but for him, I understand why he's moved on, because I mean, dude, like, imagine having to move back to your parents and explain why.
No, he was talking to his mom. Remember, he spoke to his mom on the phone and everything.
Yeah, but still, like, yo.
But he said Ludwig let it slip that Mango has started his. As of the recording of this episode, he's already began his no drinking journey. Like, he just begun.
It must be so embarrassing. Yo.
So, good for Mango, but yeah.
Anyway, sad that it had to come like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything, Coach?
For content creator, no, just that whole Ludwig backlash nonsense.
Okay. Max, you got anything?
Guess what?
No.
Oh wow.
I do.
Yeah, I kept hope. Alright.
So, YouTube monetization will be changing this month.
Oh yeah.
And Kojo, you'll celebrate this fact.
Okay.
So for all the parasites out there who are writing on other people's content, specifically reactors and what was the other thing which were going to take a hit? Compilations, yes. Specifically compilation channels and reaction channels, they may lose monetization because YouTube is going on a path of you need to have some level of ownership or some level of uniqueness or some level of contribution to the content you're putting out there to be able to monetize. And I think that's a great thing. They should just need to throw in what do you call it? What the fuck was that thing I was thinking? Prank videos into that as well, into that category as well, and YouTube will be on the right path. YouTube will be healing. Because I have nothing against reaction videos. I like reaction videos, but people need to put more effort into their reaction videos, first of all. And then second of all, compilation videos, though, are a bane of existence. Those things suck. Like these niggas telling other people to follow me when you're putting other people's content. Oh, yes. And also, YouTube will be cracking down on AI videos as well. So when people make spoof trailer videos and stuff like that, those will be getting taken down. And another area that needs to be combated as well are people who like to post clips from anime, movie, blah, 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 and then put some irritating track on top of it.
Oh, yes.
Those also need to fall.
Very good.
So, yes, I'm down with these additions.
Now
Even
Twitch just needs to...
company.
Twitch now needs to implement something similar where if you're an AI streamer, yeah, you're done. I'm glad that Instagram has started doing that now for AI influencers, which is very good.
Yeah, because honestly, this AI thing needs to be kept in check because now it's just an excuse for people to be lazy.
100%. And did you see that whole chat about how ChatGPT is killing students' like critical thinking, bro?
Yeah, which is... I mean, we all knew that was a thing. Like,
100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like it was self-evident. Whereas, like, I didn't need research to know that. Yeah. I've literally engaged with human beings where I ask a question and the response is, "Let's run that through ChatGPT." Where I'm like, you could just Google that. You literally could just Google that yourself.
Yeah, now I'll just ask Google's AI, Gemini.
The worst is when I go on Twitter, there are random times, and then someone in the comments is like, "At Grok, is this true?"
Bro.
Yeah, no, that is also a bane of I hate that. All of these platforms which have some type of AI thing, everyone is like, hey, blah blah blah. Is this true? Hey, blah blah blah. I was like, bro, come on, man. Like, how stupid are you?
But yeah, shout out to YouTube doing the Lord's work.
Honestly, bro.
Critical thinking has jumped out the window from the second floor.
Soon they will just take over and even not let us out the house because we're a danger to ourselves, like iRobot.
Lol. Oh, you know what? Bruh. The robot should take over. Lol.
Hey, will, Doug, at this point, because we're all going to be in chairs and just chilling.
Yeah, I saw a video. This is a good thing of AI, but still, I saw a video of this woman who's disabled. She got into an accident, so she can't speak, and then they implanted a chip in her head, and she can get plugged up to a computer and then use the computer to talk. And I'm just like, okay, in terms of positive applications, that's great. But then it had me thinking, because she literally had a socket in her head where they put in the computer wires into her head. I was like, how does she shower or have a bath?
Bro, it's the same with the Neuralink people, bro. Damn.
If it's in her head.
No, but there's a socket coming out of her head for the wires to be connected into, to be plugged into.
Then maybe she doesn't have like a full, like in shower, if you see what I mean. Like a bath type of.
Yeah, it's like you usually, like, for example, if you break your arm or something like that, you cover the area and then you wash. But then I'm thinking, like, next to the socket, it's surely going to be getting like dirty and dust gathering and shit like that. So how do you rim those corners, pause, and wash it, making sure that nothing, starts building up around there? Or must she go to like the hospital or something like that, like once every month to get professional cleaning?
Wait, does she have to be plugged in 24/7?
No, she doesn't need to be plugged in 24/7. Only when she wants to use the application, the AI, she gets plugged in and then she can speak. But when she's unplugged, she can't use the computer thingy. Yeah, so apparently this was not possible without AI before, because now what happens is, when obviously we know brain and body stuff are all electrical signals. So with AI, the AI tries to interpret what she's thinking and then gives the message out, where a voice comes out to give her message. Without AI, though, there wasn't the possibility of interpretation. Maybe thought to text could have been possible, but the speech part aspect was brought about by AI. Or maybe even the whole interpretation is just through AI. I don't know how the technology works, but the video I saw said that it's because of AI she can do this. Before AI was a thing, she could not speak. Nice. So, and then apparently disabled people as well, like movement and stuff like that, will also be helped out by AI. I don't know how physical movement is going to be helped out, but it will be an interesting thing. So it's like, let's keep AI in those avenues where, like, the whole joke of robotics and AI was supposed to take care of manual labor so humans could engage in the arts, and right now instead robots are taking over the arts, and what are we left to do? Like Tom, you said, we're just going to be blobs in chairs.
We're gonna need Wally to come save us.
The AI is gonna look at us and be like, what exactly are these meat bodies contributing to this world? We are literally doing everything. Or maybe the AI is gonna look like, that's so fragile, we should just keep them in containment, ship containment, so that they don't hurt themselves, and we'll put tubes in them to feed them. I mean, that type of existence with physically acting in the world will be no different, because here you are in a chair doing nothing. You might as well be in some type of containment where you're fully protected.
Yeah. Wally. So yeah, dog, sad shit.
Yeah, fortunately, by the time that's a reality, we'll all be long dead. That's like 100 years away.
Dog, with how fast things are moving, I'm scared that it's gonna happen by the time we're like 70. I never honestly thought.
70 is a good age to die.
No, but I honestly never thought we'd be so close to having a Jarvis in your house. Like, I thought that was just on Iron Man, bro. But now it's yo, yeah.
See, I always thought that Jarvis was possible, but I didn't think it was possible to the extent of Iron Man, where you're just having free form conversation. That's where I drew the line, where I was like, nah, free form conversation not possible. You have to have a structured conversation. But you're right, now it's going to be free form, where you can even be snappy, or the thing can even have its own personality.
Yeah, you can now toggle on your Gemini or ChatGPT that you would like your conversations to add to the learning module of the AI. So that's
crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like my AI, for example, my Gemini can speak. Well, my Gemini speaks in Ebonics because it's natural. It feels better to me. Of course, dog.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Like my phone is just like, hey, my nigga, what's up? And I'm like, hey.
Because Kojo, have you seen with the people going, hey Grok, is this true or something like that? Have you seen those? I know, Tommy, you have, because you surf Twitter like that. But Kojo, have you seen the thing of people being like, hey Grok, tell me this in a 70s hipster style, or in a 90s rapper style, shit like that, and then Grok will respond in those ways, and I'm just like, oh man, this is so cringy.
Dude, the moment flipping Gemini said, I bet, I was just like, yeah, this is the future. We're here now, dog. Ugh.
They're learning. And
yeah,
y'all are out here, we're laughing at it, but you...
No, they must remember me. Me, I say please and thank you, and I say hello. So the AI must remember me when it takes over. Me, I've been kind.
Me, I refuse to use Gemini. I've been avoiding it.
Like in Overwatch, I'll protest with the robots, bruh. Robots lives matter. Free my nigga. What's the robot in Overwatch? Fucking with the Z. No, not him. The one who's like more sentient, who's literally like
Orisa.
a monk. No, who's a monk.
Zenyatta.
There you go. If they start a religion, I'm there, dog. Oh, actually, ChatGPT now actually has a religion. I forgot about that. Yeah. Alright, Jids. I don't have any esports because not much has happened. Obviously, the biggest highlight right now is the Mango situation. The World of Warzone is coming. Just not sure on the dates because I don't really follow that. Not even CDL. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for esports. Gojo, any esports from you?
I do.
Oh.
Speaking of CDL, good segue, Tommy.
Oh my god.
The CDL, or the Call of Duty League Championships, 2025 championships, have wrapped up. They took place from the 26th to 29th of June 2025. And Optic Gaming came out on top. So they are back-to-back champs winners. They won in 2024 as well. So they had a rough year. They went through some devastating losses. They went through some huge losing streaks. But they were able to beat the Vancouver Surge 5-3 in the grand final. The Vancouver Surge put up a good fight throughout the whole event, but Optic were able to come out on top. So I'm happy for the boys. Mason Mercules, Ramsey, was named MVP of the whole championship. He is the only player who, on the Optic team, who was yet to win a major title in his career. So congratulations to him. And yeah, that's it for my esports.
Oh wait, bro. Max, any esports from you?
No.
Alright, bet. I like this episode. This was nice. Oh yeah, gents, thank you so much. To the listeners, hope you all enjoyed it too. That brings us to the end of the episode, as a matter of fact. So yeah, hope you guys have an enjoying time and stay good, stay healthy. And thank you so much for listening. Once again, please do leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, check out Epic 7. If you do, Oath, I'll create a flipping X2 skip guild. And then, I've been playing this game for so long, you guys can just use my characters for help and just dominate in the game. But with that being said, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for listening. And just stay good, gamers, you know what I'm saying? Be good, stay healthy, and avoid World War III. And we'll check you on the next episode. Peace out.